Welcome. Good morning. February 6, 8:30 a.m. Mountain Time. Let's get started. Live morning update. I noticed that yesterday when I went live, I did not update the date on the screen, so I was way behind. Still getting used to this. This is actually my third live morning. The goal is to do it every morning, Monday through Friday, and I promise to get better and better. I think it's important, especially here in the Free Signals group, to go over, what the market is doing, because sometimes when it's going crazy, there's a lot of volatility and people are going to wonder how to deal with different trades that they may be in. And of course, everybody could be all over the place because this is a free signal service and you can take the bid at anything you want. So we'll get started in a few minutes here. The main topic, other than morning update, that I'm going to talk about this morning is this concept of a Forex strategy. So we'll get into that as we go here. I'm going to start pulling up some accounts, sharing my screen here. So give me a second. Looks like I'm ready. I don't know why this looks... Oh, it is working. Okay, cool. So still getting used to this technology. Coffee in hand. I just woke up. I'm in the southwest Arizona desert, and we're going to get some rain today, so that's a little depressing. I do 10,000 steps a day, so guess I'm going to get wet today. I'm not afraid of a little rain. Now also, this is a very good time if you're coming into the Free Signals group. A lot of people, because it's free, on the front end here, fxwithterry.com, by the way, people are brand new. It's interesting. I'm honored that people are, coming in absolutely having no trading experience. So I'm definitely going back to my origins and the things that I'm learning. But that's one of the reasons I wanted to talk about the concept of a strategy today. So we'll get into that. Let's go through the accounts real quick. Doesn't take too long. And then we'll talk about strategy. But also remember, this is a great time to get some free consultation. I'm here live. Make a comment. Get involved. Talk about your account. Talk about concepts. You'll notice that my mindset on Forex is completely different than anyone I have seen out there, because it's seated in a base of reality. And I think what happens is, you can see I'm already getting into this. What happens is people fail at Forex, so they get out there on the internet, and so they just quit, right? They just quit learning, and then they start teaching. There's a saying in the industry of teaching and money making that says, those who can't do, teach. And I do not teach a strategy, and I think it's really important to understand why I don't and why everyone else does. So what we're looking at here is the free signals. If you're brand new, if you're just catching this live, because I do post this live on YouTube, if you're brand new, go to fxwithterry.com. I send out free, profitable, no loss Forex signals on a regular basis. Now, this particular trade that we are in, you can see we are in the blue. So let me give you this. We are in the blue. The blue at the top means that both of our trades together, one is down a little bit, one is up more than the other, so we are in profit. This NZD CAD trade is slower than slow. I looked up the volatility this morning. Tuesdays, which is today, typically for NZD CAD is one of the slowest days of the week. And NZD CAD only moves 53 pips on average over a 4-week period. Compared to the top moving pair, which is about 135 pips right now, that's less than half. So it's going to be slow. I had a brand new member yesterday say, "Hey Terry, can you speed up the trades?" And I was like, boy, imagine if I had that kind of magical power on the market. Speed up, market. Hey, I'll call some big banks. Hey, you guys You guys want to throw some more money in the market? We could speed this up. Yeah, I don't control the market. We have an AI, artificial intelligence system here that does extremely well, but we play the volume they give us. And there was actually some decent volume last night, so we'll take a look at that. Let's take a look, see if I can zoom in here. I'm going to hold my thumb over this. We're going to go to the chart, and let's zoom out a little bit. I'm trying to see here. We're not that far from take profit. Little bit more movement, if you can see this here. Just a little bit more movement. Let me turn my pen on. Or probably I just turned it off. Just a little bit more movement. We've got to move to about this area. So it's really not that far. So I would like to see us get out of this today. If you look back, the original was entered on the 2nd, which I believe was last Friday. Am I right? Yeah, last Friday. So we've been in it since, let's see, about 3 days. Yeah. Not a big deal. People are like, I don't know, Terry. Like this is taking forever. Not really. I mean, I don't care if it takes 3 weeks. The movement wasn't in the market. You know that we have a no-loss trade system here, so you just get in and you take it for what it's worth. When I move that around, it moves around on the screen. Did not know that. I know that sounds pretty obvious, but from my end, the tech is a little bit different. So we're just waiting. I don't believe we have any closed history. However, I will click the week sort at the top. We've got still 126.86 for the week, and for the month, I don't believe this account has been running for a month. But $440.64. This is the free Signal account. When you come in, you get direct access to this and all of these trades that came through. And this is the Signal account, right? So I'm not necessarily looking at profit per se. I'm looking at success. And we have a net profit, and we always will, in this account. Now, how can I confidently say that? Let's tear that down a little bit. Everybody's like, well, there's no way there's a no-loss system. Mathematically, you cannot lose if you've bid properly. You got the proper sized account. I do see it's very common for people to come in, and we'll talk about this. I usually scare the hell out of people when I say this, but they come in and they're like, well, this is amazing. This doesn't lose. Okay, I got to put some live money on it. And they'll go put $150 in an account. Well, Terry, I need to cover my costs. I'm like, guys, slow down, right? I think the number one best way to look at Forex, if you look at any investments out there, any money growth systems, whether it be a Roth IRA or stock purchases or options or all this other stuff that's a lot harder. I just seen one that, like, for example, I'm getting off on a tangent here, but a Roth IRA in the United States, if you're over 55, under 55, you can put in $6,500 a year, $6,500, and over 55, you can put in $7,500 a year, which I do. If you do it in stock options, you're earning about, and you reinvest your money, you're doing about anywhere from 10 to 12, 13% a year. You can do that a week in Forex. So back out of that do it in a week thing I just said, and look at this. Look at your Forex account, especially if you have a smaller account. Look at it over the year. It's going to do extremely well. It's going to do extremely well. So anyway, that is, I won't get too far into that stuff, but maybe some of these things will spur some ideas in you, and you may get involved in the live chat. So let's go to the pause, and I'm going to change accounts here. So stand by. Pull up my account list. So that was the free signals. We're going to take a look at premium now, and I'm going to pull that up. So looking for the account here. Here it is. I don't like to show the actual trades, but I'm going to tell you real quick. So we are in Three, four, five, six, seven, 8 trades at about $130 drawdown. And overnight, what I can share with you is this. We have some really nice volume overnight. We've closed in the premium signals. Remember, how much did we close in the free? Now I'll go back and look. But we've closed $199.17 in premium signals. That's incredible, my friends. Not one loss. We didn't take one loss. GBP USD was a really nice trade. Now, I will tell you this. I believe, I have to think about it. Yeah, so GBP USD and USD JPY, I believe. I have a very special setting on those inside of the premium. So as we get an even more volatile market, you will find that those currency pairs, GBP USD, Euro USD JPY, why are they so much more profitable? My AI system is picking those out. So we had what, Euro USD close? Euro USD, yeah. So really nice. I mean, that's a nice profit overnight. And here's the thing. That's just a signal profit. I send these signals out at a base lot size, 0.10 or $1, and I increase it, like you can see I did with a couple here, to bring if the trade goes against me a little bit, especially with these volatile pairs, GBP USD, USD JPY, once they go against me a little bit, I start increasing the lot size and draw that take profit a lot closer. But this is extremely nice. Had you taken any one of these trades and bid $10 on it, and I'm not saying you should, just random mathematics, numbers, addition, subtraction type of thing, you'd have had a really nice trade. How do you pick that stuff? You watch the market on a daily basis, and this is what we're doing. We're watching the market. How is this thing breathing, right? What have we been making? Anywhere from $50 to $100 in terms of, I shouldn't say making. These numbers are a reference only, but the account itself has been pumping out $50 to $100 on a daily basis. Now this is $200, so we got some nice volume last night. That's an extremely nice trade. So also do me a favor, although these comments do not come across after this is published, let me know in the comment section. Are you here? Are you listening? Are you trading? Are you new? Are you experienced? Let me know. I mean, give me some sort of interaction. I'm over here talking to my computer screen. And if you're watching the replay live, give me a comment. I answer everything. I look at comments every day. Like, I'm all over this stuff. So let's pause again. And I'm going to switch accounts here. Let me look at my account list. So we did the free, we did the premium. Let's take a look. Now there's one, I need to look at this before I reveal too much here. So give me a second. Let's see. Account 972. Here we go. So this is going to seem a little crazy. Didn't close anything last night in my large hedge fund account, but we were about here, I'll actually share this. We were about, this is my large account, a little over $3 million. We were in about a $50,000 drawdown yesterday. So it's coming back down. Now I've kind of got stuck in a loop here of EuroCAD and USD Chief because I said these just opened up and I set my system to say, okay, only trade these right now. You know, I basically went in like you would do if you're using my auto trading system. You go in and you'd block all pairs except EuroCAD and USD Chief. Well, I did that, and then I'll be sleeping at night. The trades will close. I don't get to choose any other pairs, and that same pair goes back into a trade. So I'm kind of in this loop. And these are relatively slow pairs. I think we've been in EuroCAD for a little while, but no history closed. However, for the week, just under 10,000 closed. And for the month, $225,671.99 closed. Let's go back to pause here, and let Let me pull up my account list. So let's see what we're going to look at. So here's one thing I forgot to look at yesterday, and it's important that I do this. Let me move my video here. It's important that I do this. So the $3,000 to $100,000 challenge account that I've been posting in episodes and I need to keep up with on YouTube, let me pull that one up. 3K to 100K is 332. So stand by. 332. Here it is. So I've been all over the board in terms of my strategy with this. So I haven't had time to manage it. And one of the things I did in the beginning, because I've connected this to my auto trade system, fully automatic, enters and exits the trades automatically, takes profit automatically, manages everything automatically. It does not manage your drawdown. Someone said, well, does your system manage my drawdown? My system doesn't know what the hell you're doing on your end. It sends you a profitable trade at a very low lot size. What I did with this account, because I didn't have as much time to manage it, and I actually over traded a couple times and had to like make some deposits and start over again because I need to make this important. But right now, I counted this morning, I'm trading about 15 to 17 of my own accounts, all with different lot sizes and different currency pairs and different, testing of my same one main feed. I call it my 10 pip automation. So you can get access to that if you come over to, if you're watching this, you don't know, and you can come over to fxwithterry.com and you get access to the free signals. You can get access to the premium signals, or you can just go right to the top and do full auto trading. So you can see we're a little bit in profit here. I guess I probably should. So we're in a little bit of profit on this account, and the big thing to look at is the history. But my strategy here was, I was like, out of the 22 currency pairs, it's a $3,000 account. I said, go ahead and take 10 pairs, whatever 10 pairs are open, and you can see I'm bidding a 0.05 or 50 cents. So closed $19 in profit last night. I just needed to back off on this a little bit because I was way overbidding. I was on a $3,000 account. I was bidding like $10 per pip, just trying to, push it. But long, slow, steady profits are the smarter way to go. So that is the update, Tuesday, February 6th, for my $3,000 to $100,000 challenge account. Now, it will be an exponential thing. At first, it'll be slow going. You can see that I've made $601. If you look up at the top here, I've made $601 since I started the account. I did take some losses, but it was because I was over trading, and I really wasn't too focused on my $3,000 account when I have much larger accounts elsewhere. So, all right, let's go back to pause here in a second. Pause, and then let me pull up the account list, and let's see what we're going to look at next. So let's look at the auto trading account next. It's a $3,000 account, 500 leverage. I'm testing all of my automated trades. So let me pull this up. Account 945. Here it is. So, here is my auto trade account. Let me erase that mark that I made up there. And this is really proof of concept, and it's something I can show, right? Obviously, here's a bunch of trades that I'm in. I just tried to scroll with my mouse, even though I'm doing it on my mobile. So, bunch of trades, but very comfortable, 7,300% margin level, completely comfortable. This account, $50 drawdown. I seen it a couple days ago. At the beginning of the week, it was about a $300 drawdown. No big deal. No big deal. A lot of trades. Things are going in. Things are closing. It's not holding these trades forever. The big thing is to look at the history here. So again, I send these out, send these trades out at absolute minimum lot size. So again, this profit down here, $27.55, is more of a reference than what you're making. So just a reference. You could bid a lot more. You could make a lot more. You could take fewer trades. You could take one trade and enter it 3 different times at 3 different lot sizes, right? As long as you're setting my take profit, you can see like take profit here on this one, 1.072275. Speaking of that, side note, I knew this, but I didn't necessarily trust it. So what I'm about to tell you is something I learned this morning working with one of our members on their account. So probably a lot of different angles I can approach this, but my system places a trade. We'll talk about this slowly, but it happens in milliseconds. My system places a trade like this Euro USD sell trade. It places that trade immediately, and then almost immediately it updates, and it does it does an update, and it adds the take profit. So it does not enter the trade and the take profit at the same time. So typically, especially if you have notifications set up, or like I do with MetaTrader 4 here, it goes ding, ding. So it's the enter and then the take profit. And there's a lot of different ways to look at this. I'm going to keep this simple because I'm really close to this technically. It can be important when you're doing auto trading to have the system send you a hard-coded take profit like it is here, 1.07275. However, I learned this morning that that's not a great idea, and here's why. You do not, and I may stop doing this. I'm not going to stop doing it on the signals, but on the auto trading, I'm not going to transmit a take profit, and here's why. I originally did it because I thought, well, if my system goes down for 30 seconds, which it could happen, right? And your system is open with a take profit coded, my system won't send anything. It won't send a close because it's not on. And this is a random emergency scenario, which I don't really have seen happen. If there's a disconnect, it disconnects for a second and reconnects. But my hope was that you would have in the auto trading system a hard-coded take profit. You don't need one, because what happens is, especially between brokers, pricing is not the same. In fact, I was doing some gold trading the other day, taking a signal from my Eagle FX account and placing it on another account, and the pricing wasn't even close. So the Eagle FX account would close and the other account didn't even come close to take profit. And I realized that it's better to not set the take profit and let the automated system has the take profit coded. The automated system closes because it hits take profit on its broker. But if your broker's not the same and it has the take profit coded, it might go against you a little bit, right? It's not a big deal. But with no take profit, when my system closes, it sends a close signal to your system, probably a different broker, and you don't need the take profit. And it has caused some errors because, again, broker, different pricing on different brokers. So moving forward, if you're using the auto trading system, I'll publish this stuff today, and I'll switch it, help you switch it. But basically, you just go into your risk settings on my auto trader system, and you just turn off. You say, don't copy the take profit. You don't need to do it unless there's some sort of unique situation. Unless we're using the same brokers, and I'm using. Yeah, it's interesting. I have to think about what broker I'm using on my feed. Doesn't matter, right? It's, in fact, it's making me think about that a little bit. So it doesn't matter, but you do not necessarily need to, and it's probably a better scenario for you to not copy in the auto system my take profit. So long-winded. I'll publish something on that today, but in this particular case, the auto system closed a bunch of trades overnight at a $33.11 profit. That's a reference only. That is a reference only. You could have bid a lot more. You could have had a bigger account. You could have taken these trades at 0.02 lot size. You could have taken these trades at 0.10 lot size. You could have taken them at whatever you tell the automated system. My automated system works off a multiply factor. So if I send you the trade at 0.01, if you do a multiply factor of 1, then you get the exact same lot size. If you want to do a multiply factor of 10, then you're going to get $1. If you want to do a multiply factor of 100, then you're going to get $10, a $10 bid, 1.00 bid, or a dollar bid, 0.10 bid, or a $1.50 bid, 0.15 bid. Okay. So again, that's a reference, but the reason I reference these and talk about these every morning is these start to give you an idea. When you go back here and you look at the drawdown, $52, you look at the margin. So here's the drawdown up here, $53. You look at the margin level percent, 8,000. This is where you're like, okay, got a feel for it. Got a feel for what the market's doing. There's going to be times when this thing just starts trading at the daylights off, and this says, the margin level percent says 154%. Uh-oh. Better start looking at some management techniques. We overbid, whatever the case may be, and maybe not necessarily this account, but an account that we're looking at. Now, my signal accounts are designed, they're at least a $100,000 account. They're designed to handle any amount. But that doesn't mean that the market couldn't go so crazy that would also push my signal account to its limits. But it's not a big deal because I can just put a deposit into that account and it's not going to affect it. So it'll be interesting to see when and if we get to those times. It happens. It happened a lot last year. I will tell you, though, that my artificial intelligence system has really, really been upgraded, and it continues to be as I see different anomalies. And the likelihood of us getting into one of those trades that is really taxing our account, as opposed to getting into that trade later and really profiting off of that, the likelihood of it going in a negative direction is pretty low. It depends on what you're doing. I see people come in with very small accounts, turn the trader on, take in all trades, and they're like, wow, this is incredible. I'm making a lot of money. Yes, you are. And then you're going to get, because you're already over trading, overbidding, you're going to get that one day where GBP USD goes, 30 trades deep, or USD JPY does, and you're like, oh, what's happening? What's happening is you didn't anticipate that it was going to go that hard against you. I will tell you this right now. The market seems so stable lately. A little bit slow at times of the week, but it seems so stable lately that I set up a very small account yesterday because I'm constantly creating accounts. And I told it trade 10 open pairs from the 22 currency pairs being traded, right? Not that all 22 will have a trade at any given time, but I'm like, let's make some money. And it was a pretty small account, and I'm just going to let it go, and I'll manage it as I need to. And it'll also give me a reference. The reason I did it, because I noticed a lot of people are coming in, setting up small accounts, like $500 to $1,000 in an account, and then turning the auto system on. And I want to have, I was like, okay, I want to have a similar account, and I want to maybe proof of concept, and it's a live account, proof of concept, where I'm like, if they're overbidding and struggling and showing, dangerous screenshots, I can go, well, I'm trading a similar size account, and I just am trading it a little bit smarter, a little bit more conservative, and I'm doing fine. In fact, I'm not even in the trade that you're in, type of thing. So we'll see. I just, who knows, right? I mean, I could blow mine out and everybody else could make money. Afraid to do that. I am a degenerate gambler. I'm not a financial advisor. Do not follow my advice. I'm a hack. I have no idea what I'm talking about. If I ever pontificate about the future of Forex trading in the market, immediately close the video and just say to yourself 10 times in the mirror, Terry doesn't know what he's talking about. Terry doesn't know what he's talking about. There you go. So let's see if there's another account. I'm going to put you on pause here. So that was the full auto trading account. So doing pretty well. Let me look at my account list because I did miss some stuff yesterday and I added some stuff. So we've got the full auto. Gold signals account. I held on to the trade. Let me see how bad it is, because I know it wasn't going well. Should have taken profit last night, but I was sleeping. Let's see, this one right here. Yeah, it hit my stop. Wait, no it didn't. Really? All right, I'm going to share this. I just made some money on gold. Let me take a look at this. So I posted in the group last night. In fact, might as well just show you. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can pull it up in the background. Yeah, right here. So, and let me share my screen. Stand by. I believe right here. So I'm going to share my browser. So yeah, I posted this gold trade last night. Stop loss 2035. Take profit 2016. It was a sell trade. I posted it. What time does that say? 10:41 p.m. my time. So if we come back here, you can see that it took profit. I think I had some profit yesterday. I'd have to think about that one. I think basically I might have even hit the stop loss. 2035. Let's see where the price is right now. Doesn't matter because I'm up, what I say, $2,685, even if that was yesterday's trade. Everything happens so fast, and I'm trading like 15, 20 accounts. So let me go to the quotes screen. Let's take a look at gold. So what was I in? I was in a sell trade. 2035. So stop loss was 2035. Where are we at right now? I usually have to do this because I can't see it on mobile. Hey, that's not working. Yeah, maybe, you know what? Even though I hit the stop loss on that particular trade, I'm still way up for the week. 2-0. So it did hit the stop loss, oddly. But anyway, that trade closed. Do not need that screenshot. Maybe that's a better way to start showing charts. Do a screenshot, zoom in. I'll start doing that for you. In fact, I could probably even still draw on the screen. Let's try that one more time. So let's go to the chart. Let's do screenshot. Let's zoom in and then see if I can draw on the chart here. Hold on one second. Look at that. I can. Did that translate? Yes, it did. All right, cool. Just learned something. But listen, gold is volatile. I'm a degenerate gambler. What I'm doing with gold is eventually I'm going to put that in the premium signals or potentially or the auto trade system. Because here's the deal. It's an algorithm. It's a robot. It does extremely well. Gold moves so fast. The bot also trades US 30. It trades the SPX 500, Standard & Poor's Index 500, I think. It trades all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, now US 30 to me is exciting, but it's a little too volatile. I'm in some crazy trades right now on a very small account. I'm on a $3,000 account trading US 30. With pretty decent leverage, about 1,000 leverage. And I'm probably, out of $3,000 account, I'm probably $2,000. On a $3,500 account, I'm probably $2,500 drawdown. But I'm recovering from it. Yesterday I closed a $5,800 loss. Check this out. $3,500 account. I closed a $5,800 loss and a $5,800 profit because I had hedged. And guess what I ended in? I ended in a $12 profit on the account, right? So people are like, how can you have a $3,500 account and close a $5,800 loss and still make a $12 profit? It's magic, my friends. It's absolute magic. So yeah, I do things differently than most people. I believe, let me see if there's any more accounts I need to go over. I did add some stuff yesterday. Let me see here. So that was the crazy gold. That is my live. And I've got a couple prop accounts that I just threw in there, but not really worth looking at. Let me look at them real quick on my end. I go out and I buy these little tiny prop firm accounts, like $10,000, $20,000, and I put different bots and systems on them, constantly blowing stuff out. But I decided to get a couple like 10, 20, 30, $40,000 accounts, put some really stable systems on them. So let's see, no closed, yeah, a couple. So I made $4 last night on a $25,000 account, and let me take a look at this one. And this one, oh wow. Am I missing something here? Yeah, I was looking, yeah, okay. No closed trades on that one, but currently the trade is in $12 profit. So nonetheless, as I never stop testing, I never stop going. I have to be careful on that. I do have probably three robots that I use, not including my main artificial intelligence system. I'm always trying to beat that system. I have nothing that can beat that. Let's come back. Give me a second here. Need to change some accounts. I know we were on pause there. Let's see. Let's go back to the signals free. Account 849, and then we'll talk. We'll go to the browser if we need to. We'll talk about this concept of strategy. Here we go. So back to the free signals account. So I want to talk about, I'm going to try to pick a really important topic, and there's probably only a handful of them because I have to nail this into people. Let's talk about the concept of a strategy and the reason I don't teach it. I did back in the beginning, and I was changing strategies every 3 weeks. A strategy is where you follow one of these people on YouTube or you buy a course, and they're like, if you add this indicator, the Ichimoku cloud, and the MACD, and the stochastic, and you change the stochastic to 4 instead of 14, and you enter when all of these lines cross, and you buy, that's when you should enter the trade. And they're like, and then they add things like confluence on the top of that. Okay, so you got all this mess on your chart, and they're like, well, trade on the 15-minute chart, but also look at the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily, and if they all agree, then come back to the 15-minute chart. I have to tell you, that is a psychotic, bipolar person telling you how to trade. They were told that by someone else. They believe it wholeheartedly. It doesn't work for them. They can't make any money trading because if they could, they'd just take their strategy and run with it, right? So those who can't do, teach. I do not teach. I send you profitable signals. Someone on YouTube, I got a comment that said, well, if you're not going to teach us your strategy, I'm like, there's the brainwashing. There's the brainwashing. It's like watching the media right now. You are absolutely brainwashed. Another part of the strategy is, and I get a lot of these questions. Well, Terry, how much should I risk per trade? Been watching YouTube, haven't you? Yeah. Someone told you should risk 1 to 3% of your account each trade. They don't know what they're talking about. They do not know what they're talking about. It's what's called a mind virus. The concept of a strategy, go read the book, Virus of the Mind. Once you do that, you're like, it's like you can see through walls now. You can see, you're like, what? Oh, I see what's happening to you. So you believe this, and because a belief is so strong in your mind, you go do it. So a mind virus a virus of the mind, a mind virus in Forex is a strategy, is a mind virus. So the idea is to go read the book, Virus of the Mind, and start to be aware of these things. I'm making you aware. Another virus of the mind is set a stop loss. Oh, Terry, I seen your signals. I took them. Yes, they win. But you don't set a stop loss. And, my mentors, $1 million mentors, told me I've got to set a stop loss. So I was like, set a stop loss. If you want to take losses, go ahead and set a stop. I'm not stopping you from taking a loss. Set a stop loss. Go ahead. Well, what percentage of risk to return ratio should I set my stop loss at? I'm like, go ask your mentor, right? What I do here is I trade algorithmically with a robot and a bunch of plugins that control my system, and also trade with a lot of experience that mathematically does not require a stop loss, and the assumption on the front end there is that your account was big enough, given the current market conditions, to take the bid that you placed. How do you know what bid you should place? You do what we do every morning. You set up your account, you take your trades, you do it manually, you do it full auto, you take the signal, you get into my full auto system, and you bid the lowest amount. And let me get this in the camera, and you stare at your phone. What's it doing? What's the margin level percent? What's the drawdown? Okay, how much did I make last night while I was sleeping ratio wise? Okay, this is looking pretty good. All right, 3 weeks in, we got a pretty stable market. You know what? I'm going to take some of these trades at a higher lot size. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Use your thumbs. Trade with your thumbs, right? Or if you really want to get out of the craziness, go to my auto trading system, log into the back end. We use a system called Social Trader Tools to copy my trades over to your account, and increase your multiply factor. So if I'm sending you the trade at 10 cents, and you're like, I want to do it I'm going to bid 50 cents in the next trade, right? So you go in and you set your multiply factor at 5. So 5 times 10 cents is 50 cents. So let's go deep here, right? Are you ready? So let's say you're using my auto trading system and you set your bid at 50 cents, 5x multiplier, 5 times my 10 cents. So you get a trade, ding, ding, ding. You see that it's bid at 0.05. What you then can do, and I've done this a lot. Again, this is about managing your account if you want to. You can take all the trades. However, there's many times when I'm like, you know what, this market is moving so well, I'm going to go in to my auto trader and I'm going to type in 100x. I'm going to bid $10, 1.0 on the next trade. So I get ding, okay, I'm in the trade. And then I log into my Social Traders Tool account. And let's say we're in NZD CAD. I go into my Social Traders Tool account, Social Trader Tools account, and I disable all the currency pairs except NZD CAD. Now I'm only getting that pair, only getting that trade, not overwhelming my account. It's simple management. It's just simple management. It's a lot easier to do if you're using the auto trade system. It's a lot easier. Are you ready? I'm gonna make another episode on all of the different ways you can manipulate the system. So watch this. So it's actually pretty easy to do if you're taking my signals. So NZD CAD comes in, it goes into drawdown, another trade comes out. NZD CAD comes in, it goes into drawdown, another trade comes out. And you're just watching it. You haven't taken any trades yet. I'm gonna get my mobile phone here. You're just watching it. And you're like, you know what? You wake up in the morning and trade number 3, in this case, trade number 2 is in profit. I'm going to go ahead and enter right now. So the take profit is shown on the screen here. So the take profit is 0.82178, and should be that on both of them. Yes, it is. Okay. And so you just go in at a heavy lot size, and you make a short trade. When I say short movement to take profit, and you bid a lot. You're a degenerate gambler like me. Welcome to the crowd. I applaud degenerate gambling. You're welcome. Thank you for the applause. So one of the next things we'll talk about because I'm going to get long-winded this morning, and I don't want to do that, is in the next episode or in upcoming episodes, I will talk about all of the different ways that you can manipulate either the signal trade that's coming at you, or you can manipulate, and I see some comments, I'm going to read them here, or you can manipulate my auto trade system in so many ways, so many advanced ways that are really cool and fit your risk appetite. Okay, I got a laugh out of Mark there. So let me look at what you're typing here. Yeah, so Mark has been with me for a long time. Mark's in the comments on YouTube here. So he said, as you know, I've been trading with your system for years. I was like, the other day, I was like, haven't you been doing it at least 3 years? I said probably 5. But you came in back when I started my Forex journey and started just doing all these strategies and stuff, because I was obsessed with, like I am now, obsessed with Forex, right? But he says, as you know, had a couple of live accounts, pushed my margin, but profitable. And also, as you also know, I can stomach the drawdown. That's the thing. You start to be able to stomach the drawdown, the margin level percent, the low numbers, when you understand, you've watched this so much, you almost get a feel, and you'll see me do it. If we ever get into some trades that are pushing it, we'll pull up the chart, we'll look at support and resistance and go, do we think it's going to turn around here? And you can also tell, as my AI system is taking trades, it will start to slow down as the price comes back around and comes, in the direction we want it to. So, Mark says he's got some Mark's like a professional trader, right? Mark's been doing this a long time. It's absolutely just practice. And I know I've been using my auto system that we have right now over 2 years. It took me about, not kidding you, took me about at least 12 months to perfect it. Yeah, Mark says 95% plus of the time I've set a stop loss, it hits it. It's just how it works, right? It's how it works. And you can, if you set a stop, you take a loss. So if you mathematically do it like we do it, we scale into the trade a little bit. It's not linear. It's not, I go in at 2 and then at 4 and then at 6. It's not martingale. A lot of people are like, oh, I want a robot, but I don't want martingale. Martingale trading on a robot is pretty damn good. I don't do direct martingale. I'll go 5 trades before I increase the lot size. Then I'll go 5 more before I increase it again. So it's marginally increasing the lot size off of the movement, the volume of the market, and just drawing that take profit closer and closer. You see me say that all the time. It's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. Nothing beats it. So at that point, the only real thing that's happening is you are trading. Your trading is based off of paying attention to the market, what it's doing, what's the drawdown, what's the margin level percent, what's your bid, what's your account size, and can you handle it? Rarely do we ever get into a situation where I have to give you some sort of crazy mitigation rules to get out of something, not because my signal or automated system got you into it, but because you got yourself into it, over leveraging, overbidding, things like that. Derek says we are degenerate for sure. I have to say that because you can't take this so seriously. I don't want people to come in. I'm not giving like it's not legal to give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a licensed securities provider. I am a degenerate gambler. We are gambling, my villain friends. And so you take that risk. I have greatly reduced the risk. Due to my experience, my risk is almost 0. When I put myself at risk, I know I'm putting myself at risk. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, probably shouldn't, but you know what? I'm going to roll the dice. Lucky seven, come on, lucky seven. Ah, shit. I lost, right? Or I win. So, Derek says, do not think you can know what the market's going to do. You don't. In fact, you don't want to. You're out there, these degenerate, YouTube instructors. They're degenerate gamblers. It's so funny. I'd love to go on to a live video, especially on TikTok, where they got the screen up like this. They're like, yeah, guys, I think... Watch that. I swear to God they do this. They're like, yeah, guys, I think we've got a price top up here. So based off of oil futures and the Wagyu beef prices, I believe the price is going to come up to this level. But if it doesn't, it's probably going to go down to this level. Okay, so we're right here, guys. I think it's going to go up. But if it doesn't go up, it's going to come down, and it's going to... So, you could buy, or you could sell. Right? I swear to God, it's like, do they even listen to themselves? What? I'm like, what? So you're telling me the price is going to either go up or it's going to go down? You're a god. You're an absolute god. I think the best one is this. Watch this. And then I'm going to end the video here. This one is the most batshit crazy stuff you will ever see. Let me erase this. I swear to effing God they do this. And so let's go back here. Okay, so right now, I believe since the price is going sideways, what I would do, because I'm a prognosticator and I know what the market's going to do, I would buy right here. You've got to buy right here because I believe the price is going to go up. And then they're like, so I bought, right? Because I'm a Forex trading master, and look what happened, guys. I bought down here, and look what happened. I'm a freaking master. What did I do? I looked at the Wagyu beef prices and compared to oil, and I knew what was going to happen. And we took profits somewhere up here. I took some profits down here. I took some profits down here. I re-entered. Yeah, I'm a master. I'm a Forex master. The point is, when you see people, the moment you see the screen, watch this. Watch my screen. The moment you see it go this way, and they start telling you what they would have done, like right here, fucking block them. Block them. Maybe I'll have, you know what? This might be fun one day. If I get some time, I'll go to TikTok on the phone here. We'll look for it. We'll find a trader, and you'll watch me. I'll ask them questions that makes their mind melt the hell down. And they'll be like, oh, FX with Terry, big trader. Terry must make millions of dollars. Let me go check his account. People do this to me all the time. Like, oh, God, Terry gives free signals. Run, everyone. Terry gives free signals. And I'm like, my free signals win every time. I don't know, like, do all of your trades win every time? Block. They block me. Yeah, it's just a bunch of BS. It's pure entertainment, right? That's why it can be a little bit boring, maybe watching me going, oh, here's what our trades did. Here's what's going on. Here's what they did, not what they're going to do. And here's what my strategy is. Someone said, if you're not willing to teach your strategy, what's the point of following along, Terry? I'm like, simplicity and profitability? Maybe? I mean, you if you want to make it hard, make it hard. All right, I'm going to stop there. Almost went an hour this morning. I'm on something. I'm on caffeine. In fact, I need to warm it up because now it's cold. So that's it. Tuesday, February 6th. We'll stop it there. I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday, February 7th at 8:30 a.m. Mountain. Bring your questions. Bring your consultations. I'm getting ready to advertise this quite a bit, so I think the group's going to grow, and hopefully we'll get to a point where we're completely overwhelmed. Mark agreed with me. He says this is literally all of the Forex content on YouTube. It is. It is what it is. All right, we'll stop there. Appreciate you joining me. I will see you tomorrow. Happy trading.